So now let's move to the next question, which is if a plus b plus c is equals to 2s, then prove that cos square s plus summation of cos square s minus a is equals to 2 plus product cos a, and here we also have 2. So in this question, the condition given is a plus b plus c is equals to 2s. What in previous situations we have dealt with is a plus b plus c was equal to pi, but here it is not pi, it is 2s. So it is just another kind of condition which we have to use and prove this thing. Okay, so let's start with the LHS. So let's write it in the expanded form. So this is already expanded, so it will be cos square s. We have to just expand this thing. So it is summation cos square s minus a. So first term will be cos square s minus a, second term will be cos square s minus b, and third thing will be cos square s minus c. So we have 4 terms in our LHS. Okay, all are of cos square type. Okay, so let's do some manipulation and convert this into sine and this into sine. Okay, so this will be 1 minus sine square c, this will be as it is, plus cos square s minus a, plus this will be, let's convert it into sine, so 1 minus sine square s minus b, and let it be like this way only, cos square s minus c. Now next step, why we have done only 2 conversion? Because in the given situation we have to prove, and in the right hand side there is 2, so we can generate 2 from here. Okay, so let's write it 2 and club these two, cos square s minus a minus sine square sine square, okay, 1 minute, this is not sine square c, this is sine square s. So let's club cos square s minus a and sine square c. So this will be plus cos square s minus a minus sine square s. Similarly club these two, so these will be cos square s minus c minus sine square s minus b. Okay, so now what's the formula that we have to use? The clubbing of cos square a minus sine square b goes like this: cos square theta 1 minus sine square theta 2 is written as cos theta 1 plus theta 2 multiplied by sine theta 1 minus theta 2. So in the next step we will write it like this: 2 will be 2 and this thing will be clubbed into plus cos theta 1 plus theta 2. So s plus s, that is 2s minus a, so 2s minus a multiplied by cos theta 1 minus theta 2. So s minus a minus s, so s and s will be gone and it will be minus a. So cos of minus a is nothing but cos of a itself, plus cos square s minus c. So we will club this cos theta 1 plus theta 2. So s plus s will become 2s. So 2s minus b minus c. Okay, multiplied by cos of one second, here the formula is not sine, it is cos, so excuse me for that. So here it is written right. Okay, so this will be cos theta 1 minus theta 2. In theta 1 minus theta 2, s and s will be gone, s minus s, and minus c minus b, so it will be b minus c. So here will be b minus c. Now let us look at the condition. The condition given is a plus b plus c is equals to 2s. Okay, so a plus b plus c is 2s. So if we take these things, okay, not these two things, these two things, this side we will get a is equals to 2s minus b minus c. So this thing is written as nothing but a. So this is cos a. So if we write it cos A, we can get common cos A here. So in the next step, we will take 2 plus cos A will be common. So cos A will be common. From here, this will be thing cos 2s minus A, and from here we will get cos of B minus C. Okay, now we will club these two, cos A plus cos B का formula लगाएंगे यहाँ पे. So 2 plus cos A, cos plus cos is nothing but 2 cos A plus B by 2 and cos A minus B by 2. So A plus B by 2, 2s, we'll write the complete thing, 2s minus A plus B minus C by 2 and A minus B by 2. So 2s minus A minus B plus C by 2. So this is what we have. Now let's solve it. 2s can be written as A plus B plus C. So we will solve it here itself. So in this bracket we have A plus B plus C minus A plus B minus C. So A will be gone, C will be gone. So this is nothing but 2B. And 2B divided by 2 is nothing but B. And then here we have 2s is A plus B plus C minus A minus B plus C. So AB will be gone and C plus C will be 2C. So this thing is 2C. 2C by 2 is C itself. So in the final step we will write 2 plus cos A, this is 2, cos 2B by 2 is B, and cos 2C by 2 is C. And this is what we had to prove in our RHS. Hence proved. Okay. So this is done here. So now let's move to the next formula. You can always pause and write if you have missed anything. So now let's do the next set of formula, and which is when angles are in AP. So here we have a special case of sine and cosine. And in fact their sums when the angles associated with them are in AP. So first set of formula is sine alpha plus sine alpha plus beta plus sine alpha plus 2 beta and so on till sine alpha plus n minus 1 into beta. So here if we have a closer look, we are having the argument of sine increasing with a common difference. Means this is the first term, it is raised by beta, means added by beta. In this situation alpha plus beta it will become, in the next it will be alpha plus 2 beta, means it is again raised by beta. So here all the arguments written if sine are in AP, and that then all signs are in the addition. So what observation we are having? We are having that first term that is in the argument is alpha, common difference is beta, and the last term is alpha plus n minus 1 into beta. Okay, so what is the formula for this thing is, let's have a focus here. So it is written like sine total number of terms. How many terms will be there if we start counting from here? This will be 1, this is 2, this is 3. So 1 is alpha plus 0 beta, second is alpha plus 1 beta, third is alpha plus 2 beta, fourth is alpha plus 3 beta, and the last term is alpha plus n minus 1 beta. So what is this thing? This is nth term. Okay, so how many terms are there? There are n terms. So the formula goes like this. We will be writing sine of total number of terms into common difference by 2 divided by sine of common difference by 2. Okay, and here we have to write sine first term, that is alpha, plus last term, that is alpha plus n minus 1 into beta whole divided by 2, this thing. So this will be our formula. So if we write in words, we have to write sine of total number of terms, total terms, multiplied by common difference divided by 2. Okay, whole divided by sine of common difference by 2 multiplied by sine of first term plus last term upon 2. So this is our formula. Okay, so this is the formula for sine. Similarly, we have formula for cos also. So cos alpha plus beta plus cos alpha plus 2 beta plus cos of alpha plus 3 beta and so on till the last term, which is cos of alpha plus n minus 1 into beta. So in this situation, this thing will be same, this thing will be same, but in spite of sine here, there will be cosine. Just this difference will be there. Okay, so we will write it like this: sine of, just a second. Okay, so the formula is sine of total number of terms into common difference by 2 divided by sine of common difference by 2 multiplied by cos of first term, that is alpha, plus last term, that is alpha plus n minus 1 into beta divided by 2. This is the formula. And if we write in words, it will be like sine of total number of terms multiplied by common difference divided by 2, this whole divided by sine of common difference by 2 multiplied by cos of first term plus last term by 2. So this is our formula. Okay, how we have reached to this? In the first formula, if we replace alpha by alpha plus pi by 2, all the terms on the left hand side will become cos. Okay, and then we will get it. So proof of these two formulas are not so important, so we can skip them. If you want, you can see it from the book, but remembering this formula is important. So let's solve first question based on this formula. Cos 2 pi by 11 plus cos 4 pi by 11 plus cos 6 pi by 11 till cos 20 pi by 11. So here we have to find the value of this thing. So let's check if the arguments of cosines are forming an AP. Okay, so first term is 2 pi by 11. If we add 2 pi by 11 here, we will get 4 pi by 11. And in 4 pi by 11, if we add 2 pi by 11, we will again get 6 pi by 11. So yes, these terms are in AP. So we can go through and apply the formula. Okay. So for that, we will be needing total number of terms. So this is the last term. So what's that? Generally we write in first AP, first term plus n minus 1 into common difference is equals to last term. Okay, so for what is first term? It is 2 pi by 11. And what is n minus 1? This we have to find. What is common difference? Common difference is 2 pi by 11 is equals to 20 pi by 11. So 11 gets cancelled, pi gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled, and 10 will be remaining here. So what will be like 1 plus n minus 1 is equals to 10. So 1 and 1 also got cancelled and n is equals to 10. So how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th term. So formula will be sine of total number of terms, that is n, multiplied by common difference by 2. So common difference is 2 pi by 11 by 2 divided by sine of common difference by 2. So 2 pi by 11 by 2 multiplied by, here this is a series of cos, so it will be cos here, cos first term plus last term by 2. So first term is 2 pi by 11 and last term is 20 pi by 11 divided by 2. So this is our answer. Let's simplify in the smallest possible way. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So in the numerator it will be sine of 10 pi by 11, and in the denominator it will be sine of pi by 11 whole multiplied by cos of 2 pi plus 20 pi, that is 22 pi by 11, and 22 divided by 11 is 2, so it will be 2 pi, and 2 pi divided by 2 will be pi, so pi will be remaining here. We know the value of cos pi. Cos pi is nothing but -1, so we have to calculate just this thing. Now sine 10 pi by 11 can be written like sine pi plus 10 pi by 11. No, pi plus pi by 11. So if you solve this pi plus pi by 10, so not 10, 11. So if you solve this pi plus pi by 11, you will get 10 pi by, no sorry, you have to do minus pi minus pi by 11. Now this is this same thing. Solve this and you will get pi by 11. Okay, and then down the denominator thing is sine pi by 10, and we have multiplied with it by -1 because cos pi is -1. Now we know sine pi minus theta is nothing but sine theta. So this is nothing but sine pi by 11, means this thing can be written as sine pi by 11. Wow, it is 11 here, and sine pi by 11. So these two things will become same, and it is -1. So final answer is -1. Okay, so please write it down, pause it and write it down, and let's move to the second question, which is find the value of sine 2 pi by 13 plus sine 4 pi by 13 plus sine 6 pi by 13 and so on till sine 24 pi by 13. Okay, so let's see if the arguments of sine are in AP or not, otherwise we won't be able to apply that formula. So 2 pi by 13 plus 2 pi by 13 will become 4 pi by 13, and in 4 pi by 13 if we add 2 pi by 13 it will become 6 pi by 13. So this means this is in AP, so we can apply that formula. For that we need to check the last term and how many terms are there. So last term is a plus n minus 1 into d is equals to 24 by 13 into pi. So first term is 2 pi by 13 plus n minus 1 into d, common difference is also 2 pi by 13 is equals to 24 pi by 13. So 13 13 13 gets cancelled, pi 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 gets cancelled, and 2 2 gets cancelled, and 12 will remaining here. So this is 1 plus n minus 1 is equals to 12. So 1 and 1 gets cancelled and n is equals to 12. So there are 12 terms in this series. Okay, so now let's apply the formula. So formula is like this: sine of total number of terms, that is 12, multiplied by common difference, that is 2 pi by 13 divided by 2, whole divided by sine of common difference by 2. So 2 pi by 13 by 2. Okay, let me write it down properly. 2 pi by 13 divided by 2 multiplied by, now because the series is of sine, sine will come here, and what it will be in the argument, first term, that is 2 pi by 13, 2 pi by 13 plus last term, that is 24 pi by 13 whole divided by 2. So this is our answer. Now let's simplify it. 2 and 2 gone, 2 and 2 gone. So here it is sine of 12 pi by 13 divided by sine of pi by 13 multiplied by sine of 2 pi plus 24 pi. So it will be 26 pi. 26 pi divided by 13 will be 2 pi. 2 pi divided by 2 will be pi. So this is sine pi. Now irrespective of whatever is written here, sine pi we know it is 0. So the final answer will be 0. So here we are finished with our trigonometry part 1 chapter, and homework for today's class is this. So kindly pause and write it down. So you have to solve illustration 3.6 to 3.66 to 3.70. 5 questions will be there. Illustration 3.71 to 3.74. Then concept application exercise 6 3.5. Then illustration 7.5 to 3.85. Then concept application exercise 3.6. There will be 5 questions in first segment, second 5 questions, third segment 4 questions, illustrations again 11 questions, and then exercise 3.6 8 questions. So total there will be 33 questions, and you have to solve these in 2 hours. Okay, so we have finished this chapter. We will start new chapter in the next class. Thank you so much.